what the hell? Like that happened to you and you didn't let me know? I was in the dark all these years?
They eat their bitterness in silence because they don't want you to worry about. They want you to focus in what you're supposed to do to better your life so you can carry on. A lot of times, and my daughter would say things to me after she graduated in college. And you know what she said to me? Because you would have been in jail if they would have found, you know, if I told you what they had done to me in school, I know you, Dad, you would have fucked them up. And I would. I'm the one right now, I'm saying I have that particular set of skills. I will find you and I will make you disappear. And my daughter knows that my kid, you know, and that's why she didn't tell me until she graduated college of all the shit that happened to her in middle school.
But Will, let me just add one more point. It's not so much that they don't want the kids to know. If they know the outcome is something positive, they would do it. They would want the kids to say, hey, I fought back and look what happened. But why take on a fight that you know you're not going to win? Why take on a fight that you know that they'll punish you 10 times more for reporting?
Lucky Boys Podcast.
When Daniel Wu and Daniel J. Kim said, I'm going to do it $25,000 and I want people to be prosecuted to the full extent of the law, there was an uproar in the Asian American community.
Wait, an uproar attacking Daniel Wu and Daniel Day Kim?
And saying, more cop is not the solution. That is not how you're going to solve the problem.
But there were such catalysts to bring or highlight attention to this matter.
Well, not even that. But yesterday at the same rally, when Letitia James said, forget about non-uniform volunteer patrol. I want uniform patrol. When she says, I will make sure they're prosecuted to the full extent of the law. The same people that were complaining about Daniel Wu and Daniel, they were cheering. So what is the hypocrisy? How is it that, why don't these people say the same?
When a politician that's not Asian says it, but when Asians say it, it's not okay? Is that what you're saying?
Go look it up.
It's a matter of perspective.
Go look it up.
Wait, I didn't even know people were attacking Daniel Wu and Daniel Day Kim.
There are people who are saying, hey, why do you know?
Now you have another faction going, Joe, you're Asian, shut the fuck up. And then meanwhile, my friend over here, who's not Asian, saying, hey, Will, I will punish your ass to the full extent of the law. And everybody else is cheering. Is that what you're saying? Is that what I'm understanding?
That's what happened.
That's what happened.
It's what happened.
I mean, come on. You got people who are hiring sides.
Wait, is this Asians? You saying Asians are attacking Daniel Wu and Daniel Day Kim?
Yeah.
Don, you're saying like people, the same Asians, but we don't know specifically if those are the same people that are attacking Daniel Day Kim and saying the same things. Well, if we're talking about the younger generation of Asian Americans that are talking about, you know, let's not, you know, PC culture, right? And let's not let's not focus on, you know, harsher policing.
What I mean to say is, you know, I'm not a journalist. I'm not an English major. I'm just a simple guy from Chinatown, right, who cooked my way to college. So if I'm not that clear, my apologies. My point is, there are people who are willing to write, to complain about Daniel Day Wu and Daniel Wu. Why are these people complaining about Letitia James? That's what I'm saying. You know, are they the exact people? No. What I'm saying, the same people who are going out to Instagram, putting this stuff up, why don't you say something about that?
Like Daniel Wu, Daniel Day Kim, I can agree with that. If someone does something, they should be punished to the full extent
of the law.
Yes, that makes sense to me.
A lot of times people don't understand the fact that you have the law and order and then the criminal justice system, and they think they're all like it's as one. Because now if you do have cops that are supposedly protect and serve, but at the same time there are right now people saying fuck the police, defund the police, fuck the police, defund the police. So that's one thing that they're taking down. But now the teacher says she wants more cops.
She wants a special unit.
Special unit. So, but then again,
it's like,
for what? If you want special units, if you
more cops,
legitimize it.
Yeah. So if you rah for a,
that's a good thing.
But they're now screaming defund the police. So now you have a conflict of what the politicians are, of what they're after, because the BLM thing is defund the police.
But this isn't the BLM thing. I'm just saying that
it's overall right now.
But what I'm extrapolating out of all of this is that Letitia wants to increase the police presence to address the crime that's happening, the rising crime that's happening in Asian American society. That makes sense to me, right? Because if everything else is falling, like we were saying, if everything else is falling and this is rising, in anything you would want to plug the leak, and whether this is business or it's just common sense thinking. I'm with Letitia all day on that.
I'm with her. The only thing I said was, I'm with her. No, I'm in complete agreement. I think she's a wonderful state attorney general, and I hope he investigates crap out of Mayor Cuomo. But
I think she's going to do Trump too. By the way,
on this issue, I think my only one thing is that they did not do enough research when they said, hey, you're afraid to report, and you don't need to be afraid to report. No, it's not because they're afraid, right? Look at their experience.
Wait, who's saying that? Who's they? Who said that?
All the
politicians?
All the politicians.
Yeah. At the rally yesterday?
All of them.
They all said that.
Right. We're afraid to report. It's culture. It's language.
And you're saying it's deeper than that. You're saying that it's not that we're afraid to report. It's that when we're reporting, you're telling us to go home. You make it hard for us to report. Is that it?
Not just hard. What is the outcome?
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it because
that there will be no justice. Because
you got to remember, the immigrant community are not privileged to take days off to go to this stuff. If they go to court,
they lose a day's pay. Not only that, they'll lose the job, because those particular jobs that they hold, it's not a white collar thing where you're like properly employed.
It doesn't come with all the best benefits.
Yeah. And at the same time, as I mentioned earlier, when you do snitch, not as a whistleblower, you go back to your neighborhood, these people are going to know, and that's what they're...
I don't even think that's the case.
But that's
For
also...
me, there could be people like that, but the people that I know is when they got the call, who's the one to interpret for them? Their own kids.
Right, that's true.
This is what I deal with, people who live with this thing every day.
And now you're bringing your kids into this.
Now you bring your kids into this
And no parents
stuff.
want to do that. No parents want to bring their kids into their shit.
Right? So that's the reason why they don't report. Not this afraid, not this cultural, not this, none of it.
And it goes down to money, because now your kid have to take a day off of whatever they're doing or in school. It's
and you know what? A lot of them don't even want their kids to know.
Yeah.
They don't because
they don't. I'll tell you that firsthand. When things happen to my parents,
they don't want to traumatize the kids.
When I was a kid, they didn't let me know. When bad things happened to my parents, when they were victims of a crime, I did not find out about it till I was a man. I was an adult, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, that happened to you, and you didn't let me know? I was in the dark all these years.
They eat their bitterness in silence because they don't want you to worry about. They want you to focus in what you're supposed to do to better your life, so you can carry on. A lot of times, and my daughter would say things to me after she graduated in college. And you know what she said to me? Because you would have been in jail if they would have found, if I told you what they had done to me in school, I know you, Dad, you would have fucked them up. And I would. I'm the one right now, I'm saying, I have that particular set of skills. I will find you. And I will make you disappear. And my daughter knows that my kid, and that's why she didn't tell me until she graduated college of all the shit that happened to her in middle school.
But, Will, let me just add one more point. It's not so much that they don't want the kids to know. If they know the outcome is something positive, they would do it. They would want the kids to say, hey, I fought back and look what happened. But why take on a fight that you know you're not going to win? Why take on a fight that you know that they'll punish you 10 times more for reporting? Not for anything else, but because the system will punish you by dragging your ass out, by telling your kids, by interpreters that might not be correct, that you need to correct.
You have to translate in proper context. And I've done that before. It's very difficult.
Right. So the point is that these are the same people who said, I'm going to come to this country, I'm going to do something great. So they want an outcome. They're very pragmatic. If they're not going to get the outcome, they're not going to waste time. So they're going to put all the energy on the outcome that matters.